What do people know about the war in Uganda? Are people even aware that there has been a war raging for more than 23 years? Let's see what San Jose State students know about this topic.
I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Um, Truthfully, I don't know that much.
Well, I know that it is a big problem, but I'm not really aware of what they're doing to make it better.
Well, I don't know that much about it.
I've heard stories of how the militia or the fighters over there would go into a village and kill basically the fathers and the oldest son and take the youngest son and turn them into basically a soldier.
I heard also that they create like a drug dependency on the kids, so it makes them like dependent on their warlord, so to speak.
I know a little bit about the child soldiers that are going on in Africa, but I don't know particularly about the child soldiers in Uganda. But I am exposed to invisible children and war children.
Over the past 23 years, there has been a war raging between the Ugandan government and the rebellion army. Alice Lakwena claimed the Holy Spirit told her to overthrow the Ugandan government in the 1980s. Her group was known as the Holy Spirit Movement. With the rising resentment towards the Ugandan government, the Holy Spirit movement gained momentum in their efforts. She was then exiled, and because there was no clear leader, Joseph Kony, who claimed to be Alice Lakwena's cousin, took control of the group. He transformed the army and it became known as the Lord's Resistance Army. Kony lost a lot of support from the people and did not have the same amount of resources as the Holy Spirit movement. With less people fighting alongside, he began to abduct children and use them to fight in his army. He would brainwash, desensitize, and indoctrinate them so that they would fight. Because LRA was going after children, many of the villages in Africa became very unsafe to be in after nightfall. Once the children were abducted, there was no way out unless they were killed or they managed to escape. And if they tried to escape but were caught, then they faced a terrible death by the other rebels. Nothing really happened until the Ugandan government tried to protect many villages in 1996 when they relocated them into camps. But even this was unsuccessful. The United States took some steps to help in 2001 by declaring the LRA as a terrorist organization under the United States Patriot Act. And in 2005, the International Criminal Court put out a warrant for the arrest of Joseph Kony. There are still many challenges that remain. Joseph Kony needs to be apprehended. AK-47s can be sold as cheap as chicken in Uganda. And how will we reintegrate the children back into society? How will the children see any purpose in their lives after what they have been through?